Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Monster Hunter Stories. I've had a lot of questions about the Rite of Channeling, and I have finally gotten enough monsters to showcase really well how this works and applying new elements to monsters to make them super powerful. So today, we're going to work on making an Ice-type Silver Rathalos with Skill Seal. I think this is going to be amazing. I've got a bunch of monsters to go ahead and use in the Rite of Channeling. Now, once you unlock this, basically you'll go through a tutorial and it'll show you how to do this, but regardless, we're going to be using our Quicksilver here, which is level 72, and it's super freaking strong. So we're going to go ahead and use this guy here. Now, the unfortunate thing is, you would think it would make your life a lot easier if you could favorite the monsties that have the skills you want to transfer over. Unfortunately, if you favorite them, you can't use them, which seems counterintuitive because now I have to actually search through the whole list and whatever. So we're just going to go ahead and unfavorite these that we really want to use in our channeling. And what we want to do is currently we have our fire bingo here, our fire and power bingo. So we're going to have to do our fire and power bingo up at the top. And then we're going to do our ice bingos down here at the bottom, as well as skill seal and extend skill seal and all stuff like that. Because we really want to make this a skill seal monster that can both deal a ton of damage. Right, now, first thing we've got here is Ice Boost Large, which is going to drastically increase our ice damage. And we also have Ice Attack up 3, which we need to actually change the elemental type of our monster. So we're going to go ahead and use this here, and we're going to put this Ice Boost Large down at the bottom. So we go ahead and do this. We'll select it here and we'll replace. If there's a skill here, it's going to replace it. If there's no skill, it's going to just apply it. So we're going to go ahead and hit confirm on this, and we're going to get that nice Ice Boost Large down at the bottom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, next up, we've got Skill Seal Rate plus Large, and this also has Ice Attack up level 3. So let's be here. If we go ahead and change the display, Skill Seal Rate plus Large greatly increases the chance to inflict Skill Seal, which is very important if you're trying to run a Skill Seal build. Then obviously we can put Extend Skill Seal on there as well if we have enough slots, but obviously you can only put one skill from each monster, and I've only gotten one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, and it's going to replace our dragon damage up because it doesn't really matter. We don't have any dragon damage on this monster currently. So we're going to go ahead and replace that. So we're going to hit next on this monster, and we're going to select the Skill Seal Rate plus Large, Ice Attack 3, and this is going to get rid of our Dragon Boost Large and our Dragon Attack up 3. So let's go ahead and confirm this and get that transferred over. Now, the next thing we need is to actually apply the Skill Seal skill that we want to use, and we're going to use Snowball here. Now, Snowball deals ice damage to a single enemy and has a chance to cause Skill Seal for 3 turns. Now, there's various other skills you can use to apply Skill Seal, but this one has a higher chance than most, so that's the one we're going to use. Now, I believe Barioth here has a skill as well that does Skill Seal, so we're just going to go ahead and check on this real quick. I believe it's Ice Cyclone. So let's see here. Deals ice damage to all enemies, has a low chance of causing Skill Seal. So we want the higher chance. So that's why we're going with Jade Barith. Now let's go ahead and get this socketed in, and it's going to replace our current Fire and Power Bingo. So we're going to replace Power Boost Medium. We already have that up here, and we have Power Boost Large, and they don't stack anyways. I just socketed them in there to get the bingo. We don't necessarily need it. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and our goal is to eventually get an Ice and Power Bingo as well. So pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and replace this with Snowball. Now you can see here that we've got Fire at 11, Ice at 8, Dragon at 4, and then the rest at -2. What we need to do to turn this into an Ice type is get the ice damage higher than the fire, and we should get new colorization on Quicksilver, and actually its kinship attack will look different as well. So we need to add one more ice skill here, and I believe what we're going to be using is basically just anything that gives us a lot of ice boost. So we're going to kind of explore here and see what we can get, and then I'll be back. So I've almost got our Silver Rathalos where I want it. Now, I've kind of been debating, and this does plan on being my Fatalis killer, because Fatalis is weak to fire. So I'm thinking here, we've got Brachydios, and Brachydios has this thing here called Negate Blast Blight. Now this is power and fire, so we get the power and fire bingo that we need, and we're not increasing our fire damage this way, which is neither here nor there. But I'm going to go ahead and put this bad boy, and this will cause us to get our power and fire bingo. Then we've also got an ice bingo, which is good. Now, bingos are what you really want, and obviously we got bingos for days, so we're going to go ahead and confirm all of this, and we'll check out how this monster is. Now, we don't have our ice attack quite where we want it, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and see what our dude here is all about, and give it a little bit of a test. So it's time to check out how good our new Rathalos is. So I'm hoping to take on Fatalis, but I may accidentally take on Teostra, but regardless, it should still be pretty good. Obviously, we'd be able to see the effects greater against Fatalis. We do have the Negate Blast Plate, which will make Teostra that much easier as well. Basically anything that applies blast, and things do love to apply a blast in this game. Now, unfortunately, I do have ice damage higher than the fire on this particular Monstie now, but it hasn't changed any colors. We'll see if the kinship changed at all. Let's see here. Who is this going to be? Is it going to be Teostra? Or, oh, there's Fatalis. We got ourselves a Fatalis. Now, this monster is insane. If you guys haven't fought Fatalis in this game yet, be prepared. This thing hits like a freaking Mack truck. Now, if we can apply Skill Seal to it, this fight will become exponentially easier. So let's see if we can actually do that. Let's see here. So we're going to go ahead and use Monsties here. And we're going to start off with Snowball. We should probably Solar Cry, but I want to see if we can get that Skill Seal right off the bat. I'm genuinely curious, and I want to know. Come on, baby. Apply me some Skill Seal. There we go. Oh, it's guarded against Skill Seal. Oh, no. That means it was going to apply. Oh, that sucks so much, but... oh, man. Oh, Fatalis is such a beast. That's unfortunate. I guess you can't Skill Seal Elder Dragons. Live and learn, unfortunately. But Snowball actually does quite a bit of damage there. I was surprised. Now, we still got Wyvern King Dance, which we can use. But I'm a little sad about the whole... Now, let's see if our kinship ability actually changed this time. Come on, baby. Let's see something awesome. Oh, we do have a little... Oh, yeah. We've got that ice one now. Oh, that looks so freaking cool. Oh, my God. All right. That was cool. We finally got to see a change in kinship. Unfortunately, the monster doesn't really look much different, but all in all, pretty darn cool. So now I really want to make a super powerful Pickles. I want this Pickles to be the most insane thing ever created. So we've got Spicy Pickle here. He's got all of the gene slots unlocked. Not particularly great genes on it, but we've got a lot of stuff going for it. It's level 61. And, you know, having everything empty like this is actually pretty good, because then I can transfer pretty much whatever I want onto it. Now, what I want to do is I want to make basically a fire version of it. I want it to have power and fire and blast. So what we're going to be using is basically Brachydios, and the genes we want to put onto it. We've got Slime Stomp here that I want to put onto it. So we're going to make a fire pickle. Oh man, it's going to be awesome. So we need Slime Stomp on there. And then we're also going to put a couple other Brachydios skills. Let's see here what we got going on over here. Negate Blast Plate, Slime Stomp. This is probably going to end up using that Slime Stomp down in that bottom right corner. And you know what? If we actually sort this properly, it'll make our levels a little bit easier. Sort by fire type. And there is all of our Brachydios. Now, oh, this one's super crazy. This probably has one of the genes that we want, which is going to be Blast Plate Rates plus Medium, which is not bad. And then Might Large, we also really, really want, which is a really great skill. Blast Blade Rate Large. So, oh man, this has two skills that we need. So I guess it's going to depend on a couple different factors here. But basically, we're going to put some of these skills onto this pickle and make it super freaking amazing. So things are going pretty good with this Deviljho so far. So we've gone ahead and let's check out our gene info here. We've put Salt in the Wound and Dancer on, and then we've also got Slime Stomp. So if you check out our skills, we've got Slime Stomp here. And then Salt in the Wound increases damage dealt to enemies with abnormal status. And since we're putting Blast Blade on there, it's going to have abnormal status. And we also got Dancer, which increases attack and speed when at full HP. Now, the nice thing about having the Dancer skill on here is when we actually go to our skills, we've also got Gluttony, which deals non-elemental damage to a single enemy and recovers the user's HP. We could theoretically actually, you know, have full HP all the time, which is going to increase our damage, which is pretty awesome. We've got Slime Stamp on here, Stomp, which is going to cause Blast Blade. Going to be pretty good so far. So now, we're working on getting our bingos. We need to get Fire and Power bingo, which we're going to get here. And then having non-elemental bingo would be pretty nice as well, although I don't think we're going to be able to do it. So we've got non-elements here, and I could put another non-element up there, which will give us our non-element bingo for the fire. But then we've also got something that we can put on from our Brachydios, which would be the Blast Blight up, which is what we really want. And so far, I've only got Blast Blight rate plus large up here on that top right corner, which kind of is going to take away from the non-elemental bingo that we wanted. So we can keep farming Brachydios and hope we get the volatile genes somewhere else. So we're just kind of mess around with this and get at least the fire bingo going. So we need, let's see here. This guy here, I believe, has the Might Large, which we wanted. Up Slime Stomp, Blast Blight rate plus medium. Still not what we wanted, but let's go ahead and get this going. Now, if you can't find a monster to complete the bingos that you want, you can actually use items to do it. Now, you'll get these as you play through the game, and I don't have the monsters right now to do the Rite of Channeling that I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and use items. Now, you can only use 2 of these. So we're going to go ahead and use the attack gene, which gives us power and fire, and Might Small. Unfortunately, this isn't going to stack with what we... Well, actually, we haven't put Might Large on here yet, but it's not going to stack with Might Large. We're going to go ahead and put it here, so that way we get the fire and power bingo, which is a huge damage increase. We're going to go ahead and confirm that. Now, I really would like to get the non-elemental bingo as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically save the Brachydios that we have. Maybe we'll actually just go ahead and use that one, because it does have some good skills on it. And we're going to go ahead and hit next on this, and we're going to get our non-elemental bingo up at the top as well, so we can actually use Tenacity here. So we're going to go ahead and put the Tenacity Jewel and get that non-elemental bingo up here. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to put it here, so that'll give us our non-element bingo, which is pretty awesome. We could get technical, but we don't use technical attacks on this thing, so it's not really going to be an issue. And we'll get Tenacity on there. And wham bam, thank you, man. We've got our power, fire, everything bingo, and our non-elemental bingo, which means this Deviljho is on its way to being super freaking amazing. It's time to test out our new spicy pickles against an unsuspecting high-rank Great Baggy. I just realized my character is almost dead as well. But what we want to do is we want to use a Slime Stomp to increase our damage. We're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and heal ourselves because we're dumb. It happens every once in a while. But once we apply a status effect, that should be the maximum damage we're going to be able to do. Currently, we got Blast there on that Baggy. And now what we can do is we can't do anything. Can't do a darn thing. We could use Pump Up, reduces the user's defense and greatly increases their attack for 3 turns. He's going to use Speed Attack, so let's go ahead and let him use Speed Attack, I suppose. And we're going to go ahead and heal again. There we go. Now, the Blast Blade does 200 damage when it does proc, so 427 damage just on his regular attack, which is pretty good. Oh no, Pickles is going to sleep. Oh, that's a big disaster. Poor Pickles. Now what am I supposed to do? So these things use speed attacks. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll get some kinship while he's asleep. But I hope so far that this episode has helped you all kind of figure out how to do the Rite of Channeling and what kind of things to target when you are using the Rite of Channeling. So let's go ahead and use Gluttony here on the Great Baggy. See how much damage that's going to do without even being fully buffed. Actually, you know what? Just for, you know, experimentation. Let's see if we can actually get the Demon Drug off or not. Stupid baggies! There we go. Demon Drug is off. Let's use Gluttony. Spicy Pickles hasn't even been damaged yet, so he's not even going to heal himself. Well, he'll heal himself, but it doesn't even matter. 1,044 damage and 314 yield to himself. That is so good. Oh my goodness. He's only level 61. Has a lot of leveling to go, but sweet baby Beluga Whale is this guy amazing. And then not only that, the bag is going to get damage from the blast anyways. So it's a ton of damage. I'm so happy. Basically, we've got an invincible Pickle right now, providing we can do decent damage, because basically every time we use Gluttony, he's able to heal himself and apply a blast and deal even more damage, which heals himself even more, and it's kind of just one of these compounding things that creates a basically invincible Pickle. It's the most damaging Pickle ever created, and he's not even that high level yet. It's awesome. I'm so excited. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will see you all in the next one.